Today we're gonna make organic cornbread. First thing you want to do, take a stick of organic butter, put it in a bowl like that, mixing bowl. Then you take another half a stick of butter and you put it into the glass tray that you're gonna cook the cornbread in. And you take it over to the oven. You gotta melt that butter. So bake it. I turn it on. I just started at 350. It's gonna be eventually turned up to 425, but I just let it melt for a few minutes while I'm mixing up the rest of the ingredients. So what we're gonna need, we need the cornmeal, organic cornmeal, organic flour, get some raw sugar, or you can get some organic sugar at Trader Joe's. As long raw sugar is brown, naturally dehydrated cane juice. That's the way sugar is supposed to look. When they process it and mess with it, they turn it white, and it's a lot more detrimental to your health. So organic sugar is a lot better. And I don't know how you can get any organic baking powder, but I'm just gonna have to use some regular baking powder and regular baking soda. But even though they're not organic, this Rumford baking powder and the Trader Joe's baking soda are the best products I've found as far as that goes, because there's no extra additives in them. But then you get some organic yogurt, and you can use organic buttermilk if you like. And then I have here Premier Pink Salt. It's like the most premium salt you can get in the world, pretty much, that I've ever found. Tastes awesome. It's great for for eating it raw. It's got all the nutrients you need in it. Whereas white salt is detrimental to your health, that pink salt is actually healthy for you. And then we're gonna need 3 organic eggs. See, these I like my cornbread sweet, so I'll make it sweet cornbread. The recipe calls for 2/3 cups of sugar, but I'm putting a full cup of sugar in. And then it calls for 1.5 cups of cornmeal. So I got the organic cornmeal here. And this stuff tastes delicious. This cornbread. It's kind of my own recipe, because I took this off my sister's recipe, and then I kind of embellished it, because I like mine to be a little more like doughy, a little not so flaky and crumbly. So I kind of embellished it a little bit. So she says 1.5 cups of cornmeal, so I get another half cup. So I use the same amount of cornmeal, but I add extra flour and I add an extra egg, and that gives it a little more stability, and it's not so crumbly. And the extra sugar makes it sweeter. 1 2/3 cups of sifted flour, but I use 2 cups of flour. And you can sift it if you want, but the way I do it to make it easier is I just kind of shake it off the measuring cup as I pour it in there. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera or not. Kind of shake it in there. And so I go 2 cups. Then I need a teaspoon of salt. Now this is the best salt in the world right here. I get this salt from a guy named Dr. Bob Marshall. He has a radio, call-in radio program where he helps people with their health and nutrition. If you have some kind of ailment, you can call on his show, and he'll help you out. He sells awesome supplements and vitamins that can help people out with their ailments. I know his order line is 800-370-3447. 800-370-3447. That's how you can order his products. His products are awesome. He has digestive enzymes that are the best that you could ever get. Okay, a tablespoon of baking powder. So that's the big one. Tablespoon. Spread that in there. Then we got a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. Now the butter is melting right now. So what we're going to do next is just take a fork, and I like to stir up the dry ingredients until you can see, the colors will all mix together and blend. Just take a fork and blend them all up together. So that way when you mix it in with the moist ingredients, it'll be already blended up somewhat already. So it all mixes up nice when you put it together. And this cornbread tastes so good. It's the best cornbread you're ever going to have. Okay, so what I did, I pulled those trays out of the oven. About the time the oven gets to 300 degrees, this pan here with the half a stick of butter in it will be melted. You don't want to let that butter burn. You just want it to melt, and then this one takes a little bit longer. But you can pull it out and just let it melt the rest of the way, because this will be pretty hot when you pull it out. Okay, then what I like to do while I'm making this, while I'm cooking, I kind of put stuff away as I go. So I put some flour and the cornmeal away, and what I'm done with, and then 1.5 cups of buttermilk. But I just couldn't find organic buttermilk, so I just substituted yogurt, organic yogurt. So there's one, and so I don't have to dirty and other things. Sometimes I just, instead of using a half cup measure, I'll just use a cup measure and fill it up halfway. A lot of times when cooking, I'll just do things a little bit different every time. That way you get a little bit of variety in it every time. Some people like to be exactly precise with it, but for me, I just kind of just do it, and it comes out a little bit different every time. Mix in the egg. Let's usually drop the eggs in there. The recipe says 2 eggs, but since I added extra flour, I put 3 eggs. And hopefully that also makes it a little extra fluffy. You can use electric mixer if you like, but that way I don't even have to dirty the electric mixer. I can just stir it up with a fork. Just takes a few seconds. Drop in the dry ingredients. Stir it up as you go. Yeah, I can smell that. It already smells good. When it's cooking, it smells even better. Take a spatula and pour it into the cooking tray. Find me a spatula here. Okay. I gotta get me a cameraman so that I make sure this is all coming out on a good angle. But right now this is just gonna be a YouTube video, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I kind of just spread it around in there. I kind of push it into the corners a little bit higher because this tends to rise in the middle as you cook it, so I push it up against the edges so that way, because I've had it come out a little bit mushy in the middle, which I don't mind if it's a little mushy in the middle sometimes, but some people want it to be, completely dry, so I kind of spread it out like that and bring it over here, pop it in the oven. Okay, 20 minutes later, it's all done. Grab a pot holder, pull it out. Now, one thing I forgot to mention before was that a lot of times I sprinkle some extra sugar on the top before I cook it, and gives it like a little bit of a sugary crust on the top, but I didn't do that this time, but that's something else you might want to do. But there it is, folks, and trust me, it tastes delicious, nice and buttery, nice and sweet. So give it a try and see how you like it. God bless.